Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, and we're back to check out another survival horror game called Escape here today. It comes out today, on the day that I release this video, January 29th, and it's the story of a bunch of friends that go out camping, or at least as close to camping as you can really get while you stay in a cabin. And one of their friends goes out and he dies, and there's a monster out there. And now we're the only friend still left alive, and we're kind of like, maybe we should just go home before a crazy psychopathic serial killer turns my body into various pieces of furniture out here in the woods. So that's the name of the game. Escape is made by Ragdoll Inc. I'm not sure how much it's going to be when it comes out today, but it is a survival horror game, and we're going to check it out and see how the whole thing plays. I've played a little bit of it, but not a lot, so I kind of have the lay of the land enough to know how everything controls. So here we are in the game, and like a lot of these survival horror games, you've got a stamina meter, as denoted in yellow, because we can only run for so long, and we got a health bar denoted in green. So we've got to be careful that we don't be hugging anything that can murder us for too long, or else we will probably die. And we've also got a journal here, which kind of gives us the basic story. So essentially what happens is we arrived here late at night. It's not as nice a place as our friend told us it was. He went out for a walk. He didn't come back. We found him tied up in a tree, dead. So our friend James went out to shoot the guy that did it. Unfortunately, now James is dead. We heard gunshots. There's like weird breathing, Darth Vader style, outside the house. So now we're going to try and escape. Now, what I can say is that to escape, it seems that we have to go out and get a bunch of these golden skulls. Although this first golden skull, I'm not really certain how we're supposed to go get it, considering that there's like a fog wall in this doorway, preventing the door from functioning like a door. We also have a map that tells us we're over here by the cabins, although it doesn't really tell us what direction we're going in, so I'm left to kind of guess and wonder to some extent. And this is really the kind of the part where I got to. I started to wander around the game trying to figure out what everything is and where everything is, and then I started to get murdered. So we're gonna see if I can't get a little further. I'm undecided or uncertain whether or not that's a thing, and we'll go from there. So here we've got like a tree with others dead people here, because why not? Everybody's favorite dead people. All right, does that mean we're on the right side of the cabins? I think it might. You know what? I'm feeling like, let's see if we can't bump the brightness up a little bit, because I feel like in a game where we have a full moon, we should be able to see more than this, right? Yeah, that looks more like the game was intended to be. I think the flashlight's just for being inside of buildings. Alright. So yeah, we got a bunch of dead people over here. Is this the ocean this way? Or is this the lake? This appears to be part of the lake. Otherwise, we would have hit that flat part way over there. So we are way closer. We are way closer to the lake than I thought we were, perhaps? Which means in one of these directions is a boardwalk. Alright, this is starting to make a little bit more sense than when I was playing this before. And I will say, if you do play this game on default lighting, let's turn that back down to like nothing. At the very least, what the game does offer you, there's something purple over there. What is that? At least the game does offer you a flashlight that doesn't just inexplicably run out of battery every 2 or 3 seconds, which I definitely like. Okay, here's the boardwalk. Let's go find out what that light is. If I had to guess, it's probably something else. Oh, something's here. Okay, that is the serial killer that will probably maim us. If I'm honest. Does he just... Alright, I guess he's just there to keep us moving. Or else we'll die. Is he still back there? I don't know. The only real way that you have to know that he's nearby is listening for loud breathing. or listening to your heartbeat inexplicably increase. So we are... Oh, we're actually over by the ocean? How are we down by the ocean? I don't understand. Where are we? I don't understand what this is trying to tell me. Oh, this is two-part map. So we're in like a square island now, and there's some stuff over here. So, okay, well, let's go exploring then. I'm gonna turn the brightness back up because that's driving me nuts. I want to actually be able to see what's trying to kill me. So whatever that is, I'm guessing that's probably not friendly because it's glowing purple. And usually, like, human beings don't glow purple, so I'm gonna guess that that's not something I want to mess with. So let's go skulk around over here. So what am I looking for? I guess I'm looking for things that a camp would have. Like maybe an outbuilding somewhere. Yeah, up this way there should be a building of some rapport that will allow me to maybe find one of the golden skulls. Some more explanation as to like what's going on with the skulls might be nice, even if you just give me like a very basic story explanation as to why that exists. To tell me like what I'm looking for and what logic we're going from to tell me how exactly I'm supposed to get out of here. So this appears to be a burning cross. That's probably not supposed to be friendly. I guess so. Is that, what is that? Where is that? I think I'm still going north yet. I think that's still where I'm trying to reach. Because it looks like there's some type of building out here. And that's probably where I want to go to find a skull. Yeah, I see another burning something over here. I'm gonna go ahead and follow that. I would also say that I don't know what the lighting is supposed to be in this game. It might actually supposed to be this bright or supposed to be where I actually need this flashlight to survive. I feel like this is a much more reasonable level of light because there's a full moon. So having like a brightness slider at the start of the game, like a lot of horror games do, might be a good idea. Just so I can make sure that I'm playing the game as intended and not just cheating right off the bat, which is what I ended up deciding to do so I could figure out where the heck I'm going. So it looks like we're almost like at a campground right off the beach somewhere. So we're gonna go over this catwalk to a picnic place with some more cabins. Probably some additional serial killing monsters live over here. And somewhere in this rigmarole, I would guess we're going to find a golden skull. Now again, I'm not 100% certain how we're supposed to get at the golden skulls, considering that that first skull was blocked off by a fog wall, and I couldn't go through the door, so I might be missing something. But that's another thing. Like, explaining the fog wall so I know what I'm looking for would also be a strong idea. Because at present, you know, stuff is just kind of happening around me and I have no idea why. Okay, there's candles on in this building. I don't think you can open drawers or anything in the basic furniture that's in here. Okay, here's a golden skull. Oh, okay. That did take me by surprise. That weird noise that thing just made. So apparently instead of Pyramid Head, we're fighting like FedEx Box Head, which is fine. I mean, FedEx Box Head's probably a more scary enemy because he knows how to ship himself all over the world. Here's a healing kit in case I'm missing health. So what does my task say? I've got an updated 1 skull out of 10. So that's a good start, I suppose. Maybe that last skull is just trying to block me from getting it until I have all 9 of the other skulls. Which, maybe that makes sense. I'm not 100% certain. As it stands, this is really just a game about trying to run away from monsters, pick up the allotted items, and get back to the exit without dying. So I'm like way up north by the edge of this area, so I think I've gone too far now. Let's try to like angle ourselves back this way. So this is another thing, like, if I'm really trying to go between the different points of interest in this game, I still really need something to help orient my character in space. Currently, I'm just kind of guessing as to where I'm at, not really certain as to what direction I'm supposed to go to reach these points of interest that seem to be on the map in order to try to find all of the mysteries. I also feel like in a game so devoid of stuff that it might be interesting to put in some ambient creatures here or there that aren't enemies that might just spook you. Like maybe you see a coyote or a fox or an owl or something flying by that just gets triggered as you walk past. I don't know, there's a lot of options here. It's coming out the day of me putting this video up, so I'm not sure if it's gonna have like another update after this, or if the game is pretty much done at this point. I don't know. Feel like it could do with some additional accoutrements, though. And definitely more stuff going on. So it feels a little empty at present. This could be fixed with, like, again, some more ambient stuff going on. Maybe some additional story components. I'm not 100% sure, but you got options. So this is actually a helicopter. Is this how I get out of here? Like, do I bring the golden skulls back and put them in the fuel tank and helicopter ride out of here? It could be. I don't actually know. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna leave it off here. It just seems like you wander around, find the skulls, and try to not get touched by the monsters. That's a fair enough game, I suppose. Not really something that wows me in any respect. It really just feels like at this point, there's just a few noises that get triggered occasionally. And you gotta wander around, find stuff, try not to get hugged to death by one of the locals, and escape. It really feels very bare bones yet. I feel like they still need something more to this game that you're really just not gonna get. So that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry. At this stage, I probably wouldn't recommend this game. It's not really looking that interesting. But I'll leave that up to your choice as you watch this video. I'm gonna go try to hug the monster that appears to have gotten trapped down here in this ravine. What even is this monster? It's got a glowing green head, it glows purple, it looks like it's people-shaped. I don't know if it's been chasing me, it might just patrol around. What are you? It looks like it's actually got letters around its head where the glowing is coming from. I can't really read it, but it looks like it's supposed to be some type of skull phantom. So there you have it.